Hello, assholes. I am DOZ 101 here to bring you your Impact review. Let's get started. Jeff Hardy says what's up to his creature of the night and wants to know what's going on with Ken Anderson. Anderson comes out and says, maybe I helped you out, maybe I confused you. And maybe he did it because he's an asshole. Hardy, or Anderson then told Hardy that his face paint and tattoos are cool, but some lady will call dude an asshole. He says Hardy should embrace that and then starts the asshole chant before being interrupted by Team Flair. AJ showed up and he said that Hardy requested a match with him and Hardy denied that. AJ said he was talking to Anderson and calls dude a butt munch. AJ asks Anderson if he knows who he is because he's the one. Anderson says yes he does and wants to introduce himself, and he does the Mr. Anderson, all that shit. You know how it goes. And then Inc. versus Team 3D versus the band, Hall and Eric Young. This match was all right. Moore got a couple of hip tosses on EY and hit the Rey Mysterio type bulldog. Jesse Neal tags in and hit EY with a springboard crossbody, but then EY got a rake to the eyes to get control. He hit a scoop slam. Jesse Neal got measured, and then Brother Ray got a blind tag in, went to work on Jesse Neal. He punished him until Devon came in and screamed at Ray to cut it out. Shannon Moore gets back in, and he and Jesse send Devon into the ropes, and Ray blind tags in and clotheslines the two of them from behind. Ray kicks away at Jesse and then goes for a chair and tells Devon to shut up. And Ray gets back and walks right into a spear. Jesse Neal and Shannon Moore get the win. And then Jesse Moore and Brother Ray are going to have a one-on-one match at Sacrifice. And then backstage, Kristen is interviewing Kaz about his match tonight, and Kaz says he's never been this confident and he owes it to Ric Flair. And Flair says he wants you to focus and manhandle Jay Lethal. AJ walks in and asks why Ric Flair is in the locker room. It almost sounds like Desperate Housewives, but Flair and AJ always suck up to each other, in my opinion. RVD is taping up his fists in the HBO type moment, and he says he's calling out Sting tonight. And then we got Kaz versus Jay Lethal. Kaz pulls Jay Lethal toward him, punches him in the face until Lethal hits a drop kick. He also got a suicide dive on Kaz through the ropes for a quick 2 count. Flair, Mr. Powerwalk, got to keep his blood pressure 120 over 90, comes out and distracts Lethal with his little strutting. Kaz pounds Jay Lethal in the corner, then got a springboard leg drop. Jay Lethal fights back and hits a flying forearm, hits a crossbody, gets a 2 count. Kaz hits the jawbreaker, and then Lethal nailed Kaz with an enziguri. Lethal smiles at Flair, teases the figure four, and then Kaz is screaming in pain, but finally crawls to the ropes to break the hold. Lethal decks Flair, and then Kazarian does the old school schoolboy for the win, which I think that taints victories, but it accomplished its purpose. And then Flair and AJ beat down with Kaz. They all beat down Jay Lethal, and then Jay Lethal eventually fights back and hits a double drop kick, 1 foot on each, on Kaz and AJ, which I thought was actually pretty good. Shannon Moore got knocked out, and the Ace of Spades card is on his back. And then Orlando Jordan versus Abyss. Orlando had something on his titties, which I don't know why Spike TV allows this. I guess they think this gets some ratings. Chelsea reluctantly comes out with Abyss, and she's all scared. And then OJ went to work on the arm basically the entire match. And then Chelsea got thrown into the steps. Desmond Wolfe comes down. He hits Abyss with a pipe very weakly like this, like not even really putting the force down on Abyss, which I thought that really wasn't good. If you're really going to hit someone with a pipe, make it believable by really selling it. But Rob Terry comes out for the save, and then Abyss does the whole honeymoon phase by picking her up on the shoulders and as they walk to the back. And then Rob Van Dam comes out and says he wants to talk to Sting, and he knows Sting is there somewhere. And then RVD says our paths has never crossed until now, which, hello, they have. March 8th, Sting jobbed to RVD in like 30 seconds in the waste of a match. But anyway, they show a montage of Sting beating up RVD, and then Sting is actually in the Raptors saying he's going to take the title from him. And what he did to RVD is only a small taste of what he's going to get. And then Sting is disappearing back into the Raptors. The one thing I can say is I'm pissed that this is actually a one-on-one match. I wish it was King of the Mountain. I'm actually very upset by this. But what are you going to do? And then footage is shown with Hulk Hogan talking to the asshole. And Hogan says he's in a bad spot because everybody hates him. The faces, the heels, which I don't really know if you should acknowledge face or heel on television because not everybody's going to get that. But hey, at least the internet fans got what he was talking about. And then Anderson says he'll prove it tonight. And then they shake hands. And then Christy is in the back with Roxy, which Roxy wore the same clothes last week. And she says it's good to be back. And she tells Madison Rayne that she'll meet her at Slammiversary. And then Taylor Wilde and Sarita versus the Beautiful People. Sarita mocks Velvet Sky, rolls her up for a 2 count, and then tags in Taylor. Sarita Bryan tags and rolls through for another 2. Sarita tripped up Velvet Taylor and drop kicks her in the face. Lacey knocks down Taylor, tags in the match, and Lacey locks in the claw and slams her down for the pin. That was horrible. Actually, I'm sorry. As much as I love the knockouts, that was bad. Showcase them better, Dixie Carter. Come on. After the match, Hornswoggle, or this puppet midget fucker, came out, and one of the Beautiful People, Madison, hit this midget with a DDT, and then Lacey and this midget rolled around making out, which Instant Classic G1 thought that was horrible. I actually got a good laugh out of that. That was actually pretty funny. It was enjoyable. And then we went to Desmond Wolfe versus Jeff Hardy. It was a decent match. Wolfe hit Hardy with a European uppercut, then runs down the ropes, dodging each other. Went for a bunch of twist of fates in this match. Wolfe hit him with a hammerlock DDT. Hardy went for a Whisper in the Wind, but hit the ref accidentally. He hit a twist of fate on Wolfe, but the ref is out. Wolfe takes the opportunity to use a sock full of quarters to hit Hardy in the head. The referee gets up and does the Hell in the Cell count where he went like 1, 2, 3, and that was it. And then my favorite tag team of all time, Matt and Morgan, came out. And D. Jose and I, we were very impressed with this. 2 weeks ago, we got jumped from Samoa Joe. And then Kurt Angle and Matt Morgan pretty much exchanged words. And then it was a physical brawl. And then Samoa Joe came out to make the save. And then Joe and Angle just did a little stare down with each other. And then AJ Styles versus Mr. Anderson. Both guys locked up with each other, and Anderson got a side headlock in and pushes AJ down. And AJ tries to pick up Anderson with a side suplex, but Anderson rolls through and keeps the hold locked in. AJ finally gets out and put Anderson in the leg scissors. Anderson rolls him up for a 2. AJ does the chops at Anderson, and Anderson answers with the right hands. AJ hits a drop kick and poses the boos from the fans. Anderson picks up AJ and hits a rolling fireman's carry, but AJ gets right back up and hits an enziguri. Anderson starts to fight back and hits a crossbody, but AJ rolls through and uses the tights. And after the match, Anderson did the little Eddie Guerrero being like, you got me, you got me. And then he's like, hey, assholes. Assholes. Hey, assholes, did he get me? Yes, they did. Yes, they did. And so AJ and Beer Money beat the piss out of Mr. Anderson. And Hardy came out and made the save and was going to hit Anderson with a chair, but never did to close the show. And then they shake hands. Guys, I have to inform you that this will be my last TNA Impact review for about 2 to 3 weeks. But while I am gone, I'm going to do a Q&A, so please start sending in your questions. Also, I'd like to also mention that please do not forget to register on our site, WrestlingRevolution.com, where you can win a DVD by June 1st. Overall, tonight's Impact was okay. It was okay. It was good for what it was. I will say that. I'm DOZ101, and I am out.